Hey guys, let's get right into it. We're going to get into the Pioneer MVHS522BS. We'll talk about also the 322BS. And honestly, the biggest difference is what I'm going to show you is the app. And when I get digging deeper, you're going to see why it's so important and what's so good about it. All right. And also, too, we're going to go through as simple as the box. But why I want to say that, okay, because there might be some questions you don't know on some features. So I want to make sure I go through those features with you really quickly as well. All right, let's get to it. Hey guys, digging deeper into the features of the MVHS522. There's a few things I want to go through, okay, to show exactly what the features are, because you can read till you're blue in the face. Okay, this, and you stay tuned, okay? I am going to show you what this app does, and this is the biggest selling point to go from a 522 from the 322 and pay roughly the $30 difference. This is the big one, so stay tuned to the end. Now, obviously, Pandora, Spotify, Sirius, all pretty self-explanatory, satellite radio, Bluetooth, made for iPhone. Now here, guys, what this means, you can do voice control. And once again, once you see the app, you'll understand a little bit more, but you can answer the phone, you can change the radio, you can do a lot of things from the voice. Now here, guys, why has dual pairing? You could say it's a his and a hers, but just for example, a lot of people want to have their work phone paired to answer calls, and then they want to have some sort of device, say a tablet or something, to stream music to in the car. Now what this is showing is it's 1.5 amp charging is what this one is right here. This one means it's compatible with steering wheel remote controls. So keep that in mind, okay, that this is fully expandable. Obviously it's made for Android. And with that X you see right there, that means it does not do CDs, okay? It's mechless, okay, is the term that they use. All right, so stay tuned. I'm going to launch the app and we're going to go from there. Hey guys, I'm on an Android right now because this is what I'm using for recording. It makes it easier for doing video, to be honest with you. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to open it up. I slide on over to the Pioneer Smart Sync app right here. All right, I click on it and you'll see it opens up right away. It automatically pairs when the radio is on. Now, you'll notice right now that it has the kilometers. All right, you may be, what's going on with that, okay? So I will show you in settings. Now I'm going to go down here and you'll see my finger. And you'll see I'll change. This is the Dolphin deck. This is a kind of a paying tribute to the first Dolphin deck. And what I'll do is I'll pin a comment on where to find the Dolphin deck. I know it's goofy, guys. It won't be my video, but you'll just kind of see, like, Pioneer was the first one to make this animated Dolphins, to be honest with you. It's just self-explanatory. Once you see it, you'll get it, all right? And I keep going through. They have this kind of abstract kind of one. I go through. Now it's just showing the average kilometers. Bear with me. I'll show you what that is. And you'll see right now the radio station that I'm on. All right. And then you go to this one where you see the compass up here in the top left-hand corner. Oh, I see what it's doing, guys. When I'm touching it, it's doing manual up and down. So I do apologize on the radio station. So you'll see here 97.5. When I press this, it opens up. And you'll see it has stations 1 through 6. And down here, you'll see BSM with these little arrows. When I press BSM, what it'll do is it'll find the best 6 stations in the area and then program them in. So now, when I go back into here, so see, I'm in FM2, and I can go into FM3, and I can save, so I can save it. I mean, I don't have this many radio stations where I live, guys, but hey, you know, and then here's FM1. All right, and then you can just change it from there. Now, one big one, guys, and I'm just going to hop out to make it a little bit easier for the views, okay? So I'm here and I'm on the radio station, all right? So when I click this arrow over here, like I said, the same thing happens, the preset, I go back. So there's multiple ways to get to the same place. Now I go to EQ, and these are custom, and so right now, you'll see flat, which means flat music, super bass, kind of solid powerful. So these are preset EQ curves built into it, okay? I am going to show you how to do custom 1 and custom 2 in a second. Now, the effects on, what it does is, it's just a filter, so to speak, just like a camera. It just adds some liveliness to some music. When you see this music note, I click on it, and you'll see it now is pulling up a song, all right, which is on my phone, all right? So I go back. You can hear it playing over my voice. So I'm going to go in here, pause. All right. Now I go back. obviously, guys, you get what that is, okay? So it's anything that's on my phone. All right, so I'm going to go to these 3 little chicklets I call here, notifications. So what this will do is if someone text messages me, say, hey, the wife needs me to bring some eggs home, all right? Same with switch of source, I'll go through it. So what this will do is you'll see BT audio, radio, app music, BT audio. I'm going to stick on radio, guys, because it'll play anything I have on the app, and I don't want that to come through right now. Now, voice, I have it turned off for this demonstration, but that's why I can say, please call John or Dave. And when it messages, it'll say, you have a message from Dave. Do you wish to answer, yes or no? When you go to direct calling, you can go and it'll show, it goes into your address book, and it'll still say here, some address book is off, but also it'll give you the keypad so you can do, you can dial manually. Now, when I go to phone, this will show, like I said, I have it off right now. It just shows your music on your phone. Obviously, the volume up and down, mute's pretty self-explanatory, but let me go back up here to navigation. So once I said between the 322 and the 522, the biggest thing is this app, okay? And you might say, well, I don't really care about volume up. I don't care about the radio. It's fine, but what I love is this. When I hit navigation, it automatically opens Google Maps, okay? And it'll also do Apple Maps, okay? So now you have direct connection for navigation, which frankly, I think's amazing, okay? Once again, here's the same settings you saw on the phone. Now here, you'll notice that some are grayed out. So in this case, auxiliary, USB, and Cirrus are grayed out. So when I go into settings, and I'm going to go to system, you'll notice that those 3 are grayed out as well. So when I switch source on the radio, these ones don't show up. So for example, Pandora is not very popular where I am. That's in my opinion. I don't know for sure, but so I can turn those off. And you know what I mean? And since makes this more direct, because why do I want to press the button 3 times? And you saw when I was doing the sources, it was switching quite nicely. So when I go to screen, guys, so when I was going to screen, what this is now is it has a separate one for the display and for the keys. So what I can do for the display, I make any color you want. So I go for a dark green because I have an older Miata, and I go to key color. I want to go a dark green as well. And so I can change the colors. So I can have it say it's blue, or I can have it green. Now you can also go here to personalize mode, where I can put my own picture. Okay, so if I want to have the kids, or if I want to have the wife or something like that, I can put it there. Okay, so let's go back. I go through. This is where it starts to get interesting. Sound effects. So when I show you those preset ones, so when I go 32 band and I go through and I say I want to go to custom. Okay, so if I go here, and I'll just go here to super bass, and these are the ones just like you saw on the screen with the presets. But I go to custom, and then I go to detail. Now, what this will do is it puts it in so this is flat, obviously, okay? So what this will happen is I can do, if I want to do the traditional smiling face with my finger, and I can do a custom EQ curve. I can say, hey, I'm going for a long drive. I want no bass. I want lots of voice. And I want it to come down, say, for a podcast, for example, right? So this is where it gets really interesting. And like I said, for $30, what a difference. And none of those Chinese radios or those $79 radios or whatever are going to have anything like this. So that's why I really advocate to spend the $30, because you want to have, you have a phone, you want to be utilizing it, right? You know. So let me go. I'll go to powerful, and I'll hop back out. All right, and then I'll hop back out again. Now audio. Now here's where it starts to shine again. So dynamic bass enhancer, I have it set for low. So what that does is you can do medium or high. Okay, so what happens is it'll change the bass with your volume. Okay, loudness, we've had loudness over the years. It adds some bass and treble, but it's kind of like through all volume levels. So I like the bass enhancer a little bit more myself. Now when I go down here, I go into fader. I can fade wherever I want. I can use my finger. I can use the dials. Pretty self-explanatory. Now, I'll use this one, for example, though, guys. I have a Kicker HS10 powered subwoofer on my head unit connected to the rears. So why I did that was so I can go in here and I can turn the bass up and down. You could say it's kind of gimmicky or whatever, but I wanted it a little bit easier for me to adjust it. Now, when you go into advanced, this is where it really gets interesting. So right now you'll see it's for a 4-person car, which is fine. So since I'm in North America, I'm going to set the time alignment. So what happens here, guys, I'm going to go front left. You'll see now, see under the blue line and then kind of like the red and the yellow, you'll see crossovers start to come on. So what that does, it allows you to turn your speakers up louder. It filters out the low bass. But in this case, I have a subwoofer. It's fully adjustable. But most say 6.5 or 4-inch speakers or 5.25, they can't play below 100 hertz anyway. So when you get that DJ jazzy low bass coming through and it just farts and fraps your speakers, this will protect it, make them last longer, make them sound better. And then I can adjust my positioning. So that's what it's doing. If you look like, see, it says TA and it says 61 inches on the front right, which would be the top right. So, and then I can do custom. So when I go down here, you'll see that's the initial, and I can go custom, and then I can adjust it myself with whatever inches I want. Pretty cool, right? And of course, I can do the high pass filter. I can change the slope in here as well. Let's see, I turn it on. I can go here, and I can change the slope to 6 to 24. Like, I don't mean to harp on it, guys, but this is where $30 can really customize the sound for your vehicle. Let's face it, you can't move the speakers from the doors, you can't move the speakers from the back, you know, so this really makes a big difference. And what I also like, if you want everyone to kind of enjoy the music, I go here and I go all. You'll notice there's no time alignment, but the crossovers are still on, so it still allows you to get the best possible sound with no time alignment. Pretty, honestly, it's just adding a lot of fun features to make it so I can make the sound my own. Because when I'm in the car, I want it to be my sound, the way I want to hear it, the way I want to enjoy it. You know, I don't want someone to say, oh, I want more bass, less bass, treble. It's up to you. It's all yours. So now, when I go into here, I'll hop back out. Radio, pretty self-explanatory, guys. Local radio or Seek manual. I have it on manual. Navigation is pretty self-explanatory. I show you that as well. Now, you see here where it says connect, an OBD2 connector. Now I'm going to go like this and this hit connect. All right. In this case, I don't have it because I can't do everything on it. But now let me hop out. Okay. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to close this here. When I go into one more, this screen. Okay. So if I have an OBD2 reader, which a lot of people do have it hooked up, and you can buy them now for under $20 anywhere. You can make it so it'll show my kilometers on the screen and my average speed. I can have a lot of fun with this. Me and the kids can play around. You know, it's just kind of fun. And like you can see, it has the compass as well. And that's what I kind of like. It's just adding features. You know what I mean? So one last one is, guys, from this screen, I'm going to go back to this one. I can go like this as well, as I can use my finger. And I can do the volume up and down. All right, so now when I have this mounted, because usually not all the laws have it, so you have to have your phone mounted, but it doesn't make a difference to me. I can access all the features of this. Now, when I see this screen of the Dolphins, what I would love to see is, do you remember the Dolphin decks? Do you it was just a fun time in history with it all. And do you remember it? Like I said, I will do a comment below. I'll pin it. And I'll make it a link to someone's video. It won't be mine, guys, but just have some fun and just check out, see how far we've come, because you guys will laugh. It's less than 8-bit animation. So I hope this clears some things up for you on the MVHS522BS. But if you've made it this far, it shows me that you're really interested in checking it out further. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to link a video on how to install it and how to identify the wires for you on the same head unit as well. All right, so we can get through how to connect it to your car, how to mount it to your car, all those basic things to give you 100% confidence to do the job yourself, to maybe make this upgrade and have some pretty fun satisfaction on a weekend.